The U.S. cuts funds.
They have no fight against drugs, and I'm stopping all payments to Colombia because they don't have anything to do with their fight against drugs.
After lack of action from Colombia, millions nationwide fight back.
There's a lot going on in this country with this leadership that is, in my opinion, not what America stands for.
As people protest against President Trump and his administration, and a tea party for an important cause.
So I think more of an intimate setting brings a lot of women together.
During Breast Cancer Awareness Month, days at the beach become more accessible.
For me, it just goes hand in hand with my life purpose.
For kids with disabilities, these stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicolette Espert. Today's Monday, October 20th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A new announcement from President Trump is straining relations with a key South American ally. U.S. and Colombia tensions rise this morning as President Trump announces that he will be cutting all payments to Colombia.
Trump claims that he is slashing the payment due to rampant drug manufacturing. Trump made the announcement on social media yesterday, accusing Colombia's President Gustavo Petro of inaction towards production of drugs coming from Colombia.
They make drugs. They refine drugs. They make cocaine. They have cocaine factories. They have no fight against drugs, and I'm stopping all payments to Colombia because they don't have anything to do with their fight against drugs.
The United States has funded about $210 million of aid to Colombia this fiscal year, and in the past, the U.S. has provided billions of dollars each year for Colombia's security.
Recent actions from the Trump administration have sparked debate across the nation, with many taking to the streets to voice their opinions and counter protests from conservatives. We have coverage here and in the D.C., and we begin with Caplin News' Valeria de Sosa, who was at a No Kings rally here in South Florida.
October 18 marked the Day of Advocacy, with millions across the nation and in the world rallying under one message: no kings. The movement is pushing back against what it calls threats to democracy. As you can see behind me, people here in South Florida are gathered at the Torch of Friendship to speak out.
The No Kings organization previously hosted their first protest back in June to counter a military parade in honor of President Trump's birthday. Now they are once again protesting about the recent actions taken by the Trump administration.
Well, obviously there's a lot going on in this country with this leadership that is, in my opinion, not what America stands for. You know, some of these signs say, whether it's about health care or immigrants or just fascism, you know, what this leadership is doing, we have a problem with.
This movement has inspired people to speak their words of motivation, or in the case of music artist Earth to Eve, to sing them.
I believe in democracy, and what they're doing in this city and all around the country is a shame, and it's a disgrace. So I wanted to come out here and give voice to something.
Union and community groups also joined the march, standing with healthcare workers and immigrants who say recent policies put their rights at risk. One of these groups, the Service Employees International Union, or SEIU, says it's about unity and making voices heard.
When the street said there is no king in America, we'll never have a king in America. And when the community put their hand together to fight, we always win.
After a day filled with chants and unity, organizers say their fight for democracy is far from over. They'll be hosting a virtual event on October 21st to discuss what their next steps are. You can visit the website at nokings.org for more information. In downtown Miami, I'm Valeria de Sosa, Caplin News.
Continuing with the No Kings protest, our D.C. Bureau reporter Duvasana Basindio has more on the one that took place in the nation's capital.
As you can see here, more than 100,000 protesters are filling Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, I spoke with many of them who say they're here to defend democracy and to send a message to the White House and Congress.
I'm hoping they can't ignore us, that Congress might recognize that we care about this country too and we believe in democracy.
In the second No Kings protest in 4 months, demonstrators voiced outrage at the administration's ICE raids and troop deployments in U.S. cities, cuts to federal programs, healthcare costs, and more.
I have an incurable illness. I would otherwise probably would be dead already if it weren't for the ACA.
As somebody who has to teach the founding documents, as the sign says, including things like the Fourth Amendment, to my students who are mostly black and brown, who have had family members taken away, it's a very hard thing to do this year.
Speakers at the rally included journalist Mehdi Hassan, scientist Bill Nye, and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders.
No, President Trump, we don't want you or any other king to rule us.
Tensions were especially high because of the government shutdown, where federal workers are either being furloughed or working without pay.
Federal workers are working for the American people, and to treat them like trash is just awful. It's just wrong. GOP Congress, stop being worms and get a spine.
The day before, House Speaker Mike Johnson criticized the No Kings protest, saying,
"We refer to it by its more accurate description, the Hate America rally."
But many here disagreed.
My grandfather, my dad, my uncles, and myself were all in the service to stop fascism. We fought against fascism. It's time to do it again.
Everyone has a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But everyone also has a responsibility to be active in supporting our democracy.
Now, there's been no date scheduled as yet for future No Kings protests. However, the White House has remained mostly silent on the movement's demands. Reporting in Washington, D.C., I'm Duvasna Basindial, Caplin News.
President Trump says that the Gaza ceasefire is holding despite dozens of fatalities breaking out. Fighting between Hamas and Israel yesterday led to the deaths of 2 Israeli soldiers. Gaza hospitals say subsequent airstrikes resulted in more than 40 deaths. Vice President J.D. Vance says an administration official will likely head to Israel soon, and Gaza humanitarian aid ships are continuing today. Roads in West Palm Beach are open this morning after being closed as a hunting stand was found within sight of the Air Force One landing zone. Agents found the stand while conducting advanced security preparations, anticipating President Trump's arrival at Palm Beach International Airport. Law enforcement said the stand may have been set up to months prior, but the FBI is continuing to investigate. A United Airlines flight had a rough landing in Houston yesterday after 2 tires blew on arrival. Passengers on Flight 2662 from Chicago said they heard a loud thud and felt the plane bounce on the runway. The aircraft came to a safe stop and everyone was thankfully bused to the terminal and no one was hurt. Officials are still investigating what might have caused the damage to the tires. An organization in Miami Beach is helping people with disabilities enjoy the beauty of South Florida's beaches with a helpful tool. As Caplin's Valentina Gaspari tells us, plans are in the works to develop a pathway and much more.
For people with disabilities, coming to the beach is not an easy recreational activity. But thanks to the Sabrina Cohen Foundation, these water wheels are helping people enjoy the waves, even for me.
And I am only one of hundreds who benefit from an effort like this.
This is an opportunity for people that don't have many opportunities to do something special.
Alan Brown broke his neck in the ocean 37 years ago. He never thought he would be able to swim again using a water wheel.
Not being in a pool, but being in the open water like this, I love it.
And it's all thanks to Sabrina Cohen.
It's a beautiful windy energy to today.
Since 2016, the Sabrina Cohen Foundation have been providing these monthly pop-ups for adaptive beach days in Miami Beach after a car accident left her paralyzed.
For me, it just goes hand in hand with my life purpose.
Now, Operation Pathway to Inclusion is in the works, redeveloping the park at 53rd Street and Collins Avenue to an updated, fully accessible park using commemorative bricks. The paver path, in partnership with the city of Miami Beach, is expected to open early 2027. But that's not all.
The money that we're going to be raising over the course of the next year or so is towards a $22 million campaign to build the Adaptive Recreation Center.
which will be the first of its kind in the country. Cohen also built the first ADA accessible playground for children with special needs on 64th Street and Collins Avenue. She says her program is all about empowering lives of all disabilities.
I hope my foundation is just a symbol of that hope, that we could get through dark nights to enjoy life.
And for Allen, he wants city officials to be more involved.
There's so much money in this area right now and development going on that it's kind of a shame that none of the developers have jumped on to kind of let this happen and make it happen. Somebody should own it.
And even though these waves were not in our favor, there will be another event like this happening next month. Visit caplinnews.fiu.edu to learn more. In Miami Beach, I'm Valentina Gaspari, Caplin News.
A retired police dog has a new assignment, and it's not your typical fetch.
Well, that's still ahead, and so is this story.
Took so much out of her, and I saw, the hair loss, the weight loss, the energy loss, all of that.
A community comes together in Miramar to celebrate survivors and spread hope in pink. Newsbreak will be back in just 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
A local community came together to celebrate strength, hope, and survival. Families and friends gather at the Miramar Multi-Service Complex to honor breast cancer survivors.
They were all wearing pink. Caplin News reporter Rachel Oquendo was there this past weekend. She's got more on the story.
We are here at the Miramar Multi-Service Complex, where survivors of breast cancer are being recognized for their bravery and perseverance. The Breast Cancer Tea Party was organized by the Women Impacting Neighborhoods organization.
I like to do things intimate where the setting that you have other women that's there that's fighting the same type of breast cancer, as well as they knowing that they're not fighting alone. So I think more of an intimate setting brings a lot of women together to all sit up under the same umbrella that's fighting for breast cancer.
Where survivors are celebrated. Several gathered to hear from Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Vice Mayor Yvette Colburn, along with survivors and supporters of their experience with breast cancer.
It took so much out of her, and I saw, the hair loss, the weight loss, the energy loss, all of that. Anytime I get the chance to speak about that and inspire anybody, I'll do that.
I made it, because so many people.
Roland Clark's mom, Dolores, knows firsthand what it's like to have breast cancer.
I didn't have a lump in the beginning. I had pain, and I only had the pain when I would take my bra off and they would drop. oh my God. And then I had to learn to hold them, when I took my brow. I think that's the biggest, if you don't have the lump, then you kind of, relax.
Your dedication, insight, and encouragement.
A powerful evening uniting against breast cancer. With survivors receiving recognition for their experience, this event highlights the importance of honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Reporting from Miramar, I'm Rachel Quendo for Caplin News.
A dog in Georgia is putting his powerful nose to work, not to sniff out drugs or explosives, but rare orchids. Originally trained as a narcotics dog, DJ, the dog is helping scientists at the Atlanta Botanical Garden locate elusive plants. His handler, Karen DiMatteo, says he can pinpoint the exact point where plants are hiding, even when it's been underground for years. Researchers say DJ's unique ability is helping him track and protect endangered species, including a rare type of orchid that's difficult for humans to find.
Well, that's all the time we have for Newsbreak today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicolette Esper.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.